Hello, all you wonderful roulette players. Hope you've had a good week so far. It's Thursday evening, so I'm coming to the end of my work week. I'm back home, and I've got a cool strategy that I was emailing with Mike C. I won't say his last name just in case he doesn't want it all over the net. Great strategy, actually. I played it out, and it does work. You've got 10 steps to success. So we're betting on 1 dozen. $231 bankroll. That's exceptionally low bankroll. Thanks, Mike. Really appreciate your patience. Mike calls it Mike versus double dozens. So Fibonacci progression, except we're not using the second bet. So I've listed it down below just so you can see and keep track. Okay, $231 in the bankroll. And we're looking for 40 or 50 bucks over here in a reasonable amount of time. You stay too long, in my opinion, eventually the wheel does figure it out. It always seems to. So with that, let's get rolling. So 21 was the last number that came, okay? We're not betting on the last number that came. We're betting on the one that was previous. And what I mean by that is 21 came, and 17 just hit. So 17 just hit, but 21 was the previous one. That's what we're going to bet on. We're going to put $1, and I would imagine online you can probably get away with using $1 units on every, on a single bet. At my local, it's $3. So I would have to times it by 3, and I have done and been very successful doing it too. Well, I say very successful. I've tried it 3 times and won 3 times. So not a lot of money, because again, I didn't really have a lot of time, but I made 40 bucks 3 times, okay, using this strategy. But I was using it at the $3 level, the $3 minimum. So $1, because the previous number was 21, the last number was 17, as you just saw. So let's get spinning again. We're hoping for 3 second dozens. Yeah, so a very positive week so far. I did have a little bit of a headache on Wednesday, and I'll explain that in just a second. If we get greens, nothing changes. You're going to get them, but when you get them, it doesn't change anything on the table. Well, the only thing that does happen is you lose $1. And as you can see here, we're going straight to $2, but we stay in the second dozen. What I like about this strategy is that you are always a moving target. You're not just betting on 1 dozen and staying right there. You're moving based on what's coming and going. So let's keep going. Sorry, yeah, 0 was the last. But again, we're still betting based on that 21 over there. 34, okay. 34, and the last was 0, right? So we're still based on the 17, because prior to the 0, it was 17, and now 34. So we're going to lose $2, but we're going to go straight to $3. All right? It's not that hard, guys. I think I'm explaining it more difficult, making it more difficult than it needs to be. We're just betting on the previous number, that's all. So 17, come on. 32, wow, I should have gone straight down the bottom. All right, 32 was the call. We lose $3, and now we go straight to $5, and the previous number was 34, right? So let's keep going. I'm going to change the ball, actually, guys. Go to the larger size. I think it's easier to see sometimes. So we're at level 3, right? Well, this would be level 4 if we lose this one. 24. Okay, that's another loser. We lost that one, but 32 was the previous one, and we're going straight to $8. And you're probably thinking, wow, we've lost a bunch already. This is typical for this strategy. You normally have to get to about this level before you win. I'm just telling you, based on my history with this, you normally don't win first, second, or third. You'd start winning fifth, sixth, and seventh. It's what my experience has been. Okay, 29. Okay, finally, I shouldn't say finally, because we're only betting 12 numbers out of 38. Okay, you're gonna have some losses before you get your win, so expect it. So we'll get paid 2 to 1. We got $8. That's $8, and we need another one. So we just won $5 based on my math. Beautiful. I'll put the $5 here. Make sure our bankroll is correct, because I don't want to put anything in the tray that needs to be put over here. So that's 220. There it is, 231. We're up $5, and the last number was 29, right? But prior to that was 24. So I'm going to go straight to $1 in the second 12. Hopefully this is making sense. You just got to keep track of what the previous number was to what just came. I think that's the best way to explain it. The previous number to what just came. Okay, 29 was the last. 2 is the number that's current, and we just lost $1, and we're going to $2 based on that 29 that was called, right? So let's go. Let's go again. Hopefully we can get some quick hits, because as I said, you normally have to get to maybe the 4th or 5th in the progression before you win, guys. That's just the nature of the beast, okay? We get a little lucky here, because what is it, 36, and we've got $2 out there. This was on level 2. Nice. So as you know, we're going to get paid 2 to 1. So we just got paid $4, and we love it. And I think $3 of that is going to be profit. Make sure. Yep, $3 was profit. And with that, 2 was the previous, was prior to 36. So we're coming down here now, okay? Let's get going. I think I released the ball just a little bit early there on that one. But right now we're up $8. Pretty solid. Oh, look at that. All right, now the wheel is kind of showing off a little bit, because normally you don't get to win right away like that. And sometimes when you leave it go through the progression, you make even more money when you get a good hit. But less stress, right? You just made $2. I'll take that every spin. Now we're up $10. And prior to that was 36, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was 2, and then, yeah, because it came right back. Sorry, guys. I think it was 2. So that's the thing. You got to keep track of what you're doing. So we're betting on what the previous number was to the 4, and we're staying right there. Okay, let's keep going. Got to keep track. I got to talk to you. Just make sure I'm explaining it correctly, but also make sure that I'm not betting erratically here. Oh, that was close to being a 2 again. 14. So we lose the $1, but it was a 4, remember, prior? So we go straight to $2 on the first dozen. So come on, bring it home. But again, this is not where you typically win. You normally lose 4 or 5 before you win. Oh, look at that. Okay. Again, the wheel is kind of showing off, guys, because normally you wouldn't win until you get the 4th or 5th step in this progression. So it's a winner, and we love it. We just won $3. Okay, just won 4. So put another $3 over there, and the last one was 14, if you remember. So we're just going to go ahead and spin it again. Let me take a quick swig. The old fizzy water. Oh, 35. That was close. So 35 was the hit. And let's have a look here. What was the previous one to that one? Sorry, guys. 4, right? Jeez. Yeah, 14. 14 was the last hit, right? Sorry. So I know we lose the $1. I just got to keep track. And put $2 on that, because I think 4 was prior to that, right? I may be screwing up a little bit here, but 35 was the last. So Let's get going. And again, if you still got the same odds, right, guys? So if you make a mistake, you know, 1 or 2 mistakes in the whole progression, it's not going to make a big deal. So 28. Wish I had come down here. So we lose $2, 28, and the last one was 35. So now I know. So we've got $3 is going to go third 12. See if we can get 3 in a row in the third 12. I've seen it done many, many times, so I'm not scared. 14. Well, no big deal. Lose that one. But again, we're going to be down here, and we're going to go to $5. 14 was the last. So that's where we're going to bet. No matter what comes out. Well, unless, of course, greens come out, then we stay put. 34. Yes, love it. 34 came out, but 14 was the last number, right? So we win here. We're going to win 10 bucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm going to take another one of those. Beautiful. So we're going to come down to base. We just won $4. I'm going to put it over there in the tray. And now we're coming down to base, and 14 was the last number, so we're going to bet right here. Remember that? 14, then it went straight to 34. So, yeah, 34. Beautiful. Let me just keep track. Alternate the wheel. But, yeah, it's been a good week so far, guys. I had a bit of an upset I was trying a new strategy in Minneapolis, and I knew what I was doing, too. I knew I shouldn't be doing this. But, yeah, I went heavy on a new strategy, and I should not have done that. $2 because 34, right? So let's keep going. And I made a mistake, and it cost me 500 bucks actually. So betting a new strategy that was unproven, and I was having some luck with it to begin with. But then it just went ugly on me. Just went ugly. So 4. So now we're at. Sorry, I gotta keep that back over there. We're at $3. Again, down there. We'll be down here next time. So it took me a long while to get. Well, I say a long while. I did well on Monday. Well, I say well. I made 50, I think, on Monday, 80 on Tuesday, and then Wednesday was my $500 loss. So I'm still in a bit of a hole, but the week's not done yet. So it's been one of those weeks where I have a Wednesday that just kicked me in the pants. So it's going to be a nice winner, guys. We're going to win 2 times our money. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nice. And I think that's a $3 winner. So let me make sure. There's my 220. I should have 6. Yep, there it is. So we're doing pretty well on the profit there, guys. But hey, let me just check to see where we are. 5. So 20 bucks. Halfway to our first goal, and we're at 13 minutes. So again, it does take a while. It is a bit of a grind, so just be prepared for that. So I forget now what the previous number was. I think it was down here on number 4. I don't know. It doesn't matter too much because we're starting off again, right? So last number was 35. So at least we know where we're going next. But we're up 20 bucks, guys. We're doing pretty well. And we really haven't had too many losses that have gone too deep into our 10-step program. So pretty happy about that. 8. Yes. Love that. Sometimes, because you're a moving target, sometimes it just works for you. So it's a winner. We're going to win 2 bucks, right? Because we get paid 2 to 1. It's another $2. Nice. And the previous number was down here at 35. So nice. Let's keep going. Keep going. Love it. It's a slow grind, especially when you're betting just dollars. But it's funny how that previous spin seems to come back. Okay, not all the time, obviously, but I like the moving portion of this. So it's a winner. We win $2. I'm going to take those $2 and put it right over there. And it was number 8, the previous. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that, because at least that way I know where the previous number was. That's a good way to do it. Yep. 34. But prior to that, it was down here, number 8. So let's keep going. I'd like to try and achieve our goal pretty quick here. You do achieve it quicker when you get deeper into the progression. Not that I want to do that, but I'm just saying you win a little bit more. So with that one, it's going to be 3. And it's going to be a winner, right? We're going to win 2-1. Love it. Put it over there. And this one comes right down the bottom. So we seem to be jumping the middle at the moment. We seem to be going top to bottom, which I don't care. As long as I'm part of the equation, I don't care. But right now it's doing pretty well. 6. Okay. No worries. We're going to lose the $1. Come back with $2. We're betting on the 3, remember? Because that was the previous. And let's get going. See if we can get 3 in a row. But not much stress. Even if you are betting dollars and you're doing it online, it really isn't much stress, really, guys. I mean, that's probably the best way to do it, is online, where it's just no one's around you. You can focus, and you can see what was previously spun, and so it makes it easy for you to get there. Okay, we're going to be a winner. We love it. We're going to win $3 this time, I think. Yep. $3 winner. Nice. And the last number was right here, right? If I remember correctly. Yep, so we're staying in the first. Okay, let's keep going. Alternate the wheel. I love it. I've got $2. I could actually keep track of them, right? And I think I will. I'll use both of them. That way there's no mistakes. So 19 is the call. We lose the $1. No big deal. And the previous number was 11. So I'm just going to put $2 on the 11. Oh, on the first 12. Now this one, I'm going to move that to the new number, and I know that I need to bet on the second 12. Just trying to keep track of it. I wish I had a display that showed me exactly what the previous was. So 19 was the last, but we lose that. Okay. Now, yeah, this one I'm just going to throw on the 6. Okay. Now we're going to bet right here, and we're going to go $3. Yes, I believe so. Yep. Sorry, guys. I have to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. All right. Come on. Give me second dozen. But again, we're at the 3rd level. Most times you don't win here. Okay. That's okay. That's perfect, actually. So that one comes over to 7. The last one was 6. We lose that, and we go straight to $5 on the first 12. Boy, that first 12 has been pretty lucky. So, been the hot, as far as I'm concerned, it's been pretty hot. Haven't seen much down the bottom though. Look at that. Okay, fair enough. All right, so that 6 goes down there. So with that, 35 was the last hit. We lose that one, and we go straight to $8 on the first 12. And see whether or not we can get lucky. No big deal. We've got plenty of steps. If we don't, oh, look at that, 2. Well, this time we got lucky, right? So 35 was the last. This one's going to be 2. That's the current. We got paid. Well, we're going to get paid $8 there, 16 total. And we're going to make $5 on that, guys. There it is, 2-1. Another $5 goes in the tray. We come down to base, because we don't need to bet more than we need to. Put that over there. Make sure I've got my whole bankroll together. 5 and 1. Yep, perfect. And 35 was the last. So we go right there. Let's keep going. And again, where are we on time? Oh, we're right at 20 minutes. So we'll do a couple more. But then I don't really want to go beyond 20 minutes, guys. I mean, you can, but I don't like sitting at the wheel for too long. I just don't. I hate it. I just feel that sooner or later it's going to bite me, okay? So 2 was the last. So 35, we lose. And that was 13. So we're going to bet on the first. We're going to go first 12, first dozen. So we'll do one more cycle here of getting back to base, and we'll call it good and count up and see where we are. 32. All right, so we lose that instantly, and we take that all the way up to 32. Now we're going to bet on the second dozen, and this time we're going to go to $3, and we're going to alternate the wheel. And again, we've got so many steps, guys. To be unlucky 10 times in a row, being a moving target, it's pretty tough to beat that one. That's why I like it, because there's so many steps involved here. And the fact that it's low bankroll, so you're not risking too much. So with that, we go to 20, and we're going to get paid two times our money. We're going to pick up $3. I'm going to put those $3 right over there. And with 21 minutes into the program here, I'm coming down. Yep, there's my $231 with the bankroll. This is profit. So we got $10, 20, 25, 30, 35, $37. I'm pretty happy with that, betting dollar units. Imagine what it would have been like at my local, because I would have been betting $3 on each. We never really got so deep into the progression. Expect it, but most times you won't. Eventually on the 4th or 5th, like around 8 to 13 to 21, that's when you're going to typically hit, and you're going to get paid well for it as well. I like it, guys. Try it out. You know, put it to the test first before you bet your own money. But I've only got 3 sessions in myself as far as real money, and each session has paid me, and I've been betting $3 each. So $37 here, guys. 10, 20, 30, 35, $37. Catch you later. Thanks.